gives us a couple of minutes on a surplus heading to Dumaguete. And it's around 5 o'clock. Sun just hasn't quite gone down yet. We've been in back home for a while, but this is more getting close to back home, what they call proper, which is the main part of town. It's passing where Mark Thornton used to live. His wife has moved since then. $58.45 on fuel down there in one of the cheaper stations. This is getting into back home proper, which is the main part of back home. Of course, back home is very small. It's going to stop to drop somebody off or pick somebody up, like dropping somebody off. A couple somebodies. My trip here, oh no, just the one. This is the conductor. I didn't realize. My trip was 31 pesos, going from near Sierra Resort to the outskirts of Dumaguete. And now we're in Bacon. You can see a lot more houses. And the main part of town, or the central part of town, is what's coming up ahead, where Mercury Drug is and the government buildings are. That'll be on your right hand side. Mercury is the sign you see in the distance right there at the bend, and the government buildings are down to the right. This Crispy King, this is reasonably new. They just put this in. Mall, and down here is the government building is down here, and Mercury Drug is right there. And I did a video here in Mercury Drug. These buses don't have regular stops. They'll stop where you ask them to. And if you need to get picked up, you just need to stand on the side of the road and wave to them, and they'll stop and pick you up. That's if they have room. If they don't have room, a lot of times they flash their lights at you and keep going, basically telling you they're full. This is, if you look at the map of Dumaguete, and you see the highways going around it, this is the bottom of this triangle or I call it a diamond really, of the main highway that they show on maps. Right there, that's where 7-Eleven is back there. Of course, there's a fruit stand right here. That Petron gas station. I should have done this, but I was going to do it as a short, so I started this way. I should have started the other way. Sorry. We're passing a school up here. They recently built, about a year ago, these concrete barriers down the middle of the road, because they kept having bikes and cars do U-turns, and there was crashes. Quite a few, actually. And we were actually just looking at a house down here, but we didn't get it. And that house was $11,000 a month. And part of my mistake was to try to squeeze the guy down on the payment a little bit. Oh my! See, we gotta watch where here. They'll just right in front of a bus. They'll just pull right out. They won't. anybody else to go by. They'll jump right out in front of you. There's a little multi-cab like mine. Mine is needing repairs. Doesn't have any headlights, or brake lights, or running lights. Oh, I can't use it after dark. I had left my trike up here in town earlier and drove the truck back down to my house because I got to find a different mechanic. And we'll see where that goes from there. But I got to get this sucker fixed. I need something with lights, especially since we have Victor. He's getting old enough now. He's walking and squirming. He's not so good at just a little chest carrier that Helen has, and we still can't even afford a car seat. Anybody wants to ship me a car seat, feel free. I'll give you an address. By the way, I'll gladly contact you. You can contact me through K Morgan Henshu at Facebook Messenger. Henshu is spelled HANDSCHU. I come up very quickly, actually, because I don't like using my first name, Keith. I just use Morgan, so I just switched it to K Morgan, and it tends to come up very quickly when you go to search on Facebook. I had looked at this house to rent. This one was 30,000 pesos a month, had its own well, but frankly, it's right on the National Road. I've lived on the National Road for a year, and it's quite noisy. We're getting into almost to Dumaguete now. The signs for Dumaguete are coming up shortly, where the road switches back to just 2 lanes instead of 4. And it doesn't look like they're going to run the 4 lane through Dumaguete, because they just put in some curbing that kind of keeps them from spreading out to 4 lanes. And just ahead you'll see the overhead sign, and that's the beginning of Dumaguete. And pretty much where I gotta jump out, folks. So, yep, there you see the welcome to Dumaguete sign. Dumaguete City is still 6 kilometers ahead. Well, it's time for me to park the phone and jump out. Have a good one, everybody, and welcome to the building.